Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Dating Diaries with Raquel and Brittany.
Hello, hello.
Hey, hey.
What up?
Oh,
The deep breath. I mean,
the deep breath, everybody.
Mr. Raw Dog. What are you thinking about, Mr. Dog?
What I'm thinking about is that how fabulous you guys really are.
I know. We shine like diamonds.
So we are very, very lucky today. We actually have a beautiful young lady here with us.
Hermosa.
Yeah, and she's part of the Generation Z, and she's going to tell us the female perspective since we had the male perspective.
Gen Z in the house.
Ooh.
We love ya.
Welcome, Sheila.
Hey, Sheila. Welcome, homegirl.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yes. It's so funny right now. Brittany hit herself with a cowbell. You should have seen it.
I got a little too excited.
She got excited.
I was like, I don't know how to work this.
No. You know how to work that cowbell. I've seen you, girl.
So, Sheila, tell us, because we had a male perspective, and now we want to see a female's perspective. How is dating in your guys' generation right now?
So dating in general, it's interesting, especially because, we have more technology and, we use a bunch of dating apps and, all that greatness.
All the FaceTime and all the good.
So do you feel that because there's all this technology, there's actually less face-to-face or less interaction between two people?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
Do you feel that when you're dating and you have now all this technology and everything, do you feel that there's less interaction, like where you guys are together more often, or is it all just
I see.
text calls, video calls, all that stuff?
I would say, yeah, it's less interaction. Mainly probably because, in our generation, everything is being rushed. Like, we're going to school, we can get credits from a college, and it's all about that time management. Just not enough time. So when it comes to dating, most of our generation, it's just texting and FaceTiming because not all of us can really drive a 20-minute to go talk to someone.
I never thought about it that
because,
way.
Virtual.
We got things to do,
Uh-huh.
but it's just a lot easier to call on the phone while doing whatever we need to do.
And would you say that
So,
would you say that strengthens the relationship or makes it harder? Because it almost sounds like it's a long distance relationship from all the just texting, calling, and video calls, and it doesn't feel like.
It really depends. It depends how a person would want a relationship. Like, for some people, long distance just works for them. Personally, I cannot do long distance. I need that interaction. Like, I need to go out and go for a walk and talk about things that are happening. And,
No,
I just
So are you
I just need that face to face. So it really just depends on people. I know some people really do prefer talking over the phone or FaceTiming.
So are you in a
But-
relationship right now?
Yes, I am.
So how did you guys meet, or how did this occur?
So we met in our junior year of high school.
Ooh, high school
We-
sweethearts.
Yeah, so we met our junior year, and we were actually friends for a while.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
wow.
I think about a year and a half.
You guys were friends for a year and a half, and then you guys got
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys knew
And
each other.
then we
for-
got into a relationship, I believe, want to say like the end of our junior year or beginning of senior year. I don't quite remember
Did you
the
ever,
timeline.
when you guys were friends, did you ever see him differently? Like you thought he was cute, but you don't want to go there?
Actually, yeah. You know, I was a bit worried because I had a lot of friends in high school, and most of the time it ended up with someone liking me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So that always had happened to me. So I always set my grounds every time I make a friend. I'm like, hey, you know, this always happens to me. So I just want to say like I don't want to start any relationship because I just want to be friends and I don't want
Well, that's a
our
nice problem
friendship
to
to
have.
lose.
Yeah, it really is. Oh, I like how you're very forward and you're very honest, and not just in a relationship, but even just becoming friends. So I think that's very awesome.
Yeah, so I kind of just I stood my ground, but it's funny because I was the one that ended up falling. So it
Mm-hmm.
was just like, uh-oh, can't do that.
So, is your guys' relationship where both of you guys are straight, or is there something where you both identify something different? I know it's just a little bit different with the generation. There's more sexual
Mhm.
fluidity or gender fluidity. Is that the right word that I'm using in regards to relationships? Um, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So we're actually both pansexual. That just kind of means that our sexual attraction is to people regardless of their gender.
Mm.
Like, uh, I don't know if that makes sense,
So
but
Oh yeah, it
So
does.
basically, you if you find a woman attractive or a man attractive or anybody attractive, that's totally what you're feeling at that time, correct?
yeah, it could be that too. Um, Many people identify as not non-binary,
Mm-hmm.
so I could also love a person who's non-binary, and non-binary is like a pretty big umbrella. So there's different,
What is
I guess,
what is
how people identify.
what does non-binary mean again?
So it just means that this person identifies that fall out of the traditional male and female
So
binary.
you could be attracted to a male or female. It doesn't really matter about the gender, but it's more of
Yeah, and that's
that
kind of,
connection that you have with that person.
yeah, it really, it's just about, I guess, in simple terms, pansexual just kind of means that, you love that person for, I guess, personality, you can put.
Now, as a pansexual, could you be in love with two or three different people at the same time and that's accepted? Or is that still like, is monogamy a part of that? Or is it, hey, I'm in love with you right now, but I did find this other person attractive, whether it's male or female? How does that work? Or is that even something that would be
So
considered?
that's actually considered something else. I forget what that is though. I don't think that necessarily falls under pansexual.
Because you still
Um,
want that one relationship with that person. You're not trying to date multiple people.
yeah,
Oh.
so pansexual just means you want to date one person, basically. It's
Mm,
So,
not
okay.
necessarily, oh, I like this person, but I also like this person and I want to date both of them.
So
That's
did you?
not what.
So
Huh?
have you dated outside of just male, or have you also dated females as well?
I've also dated females.
And what's the difference? Like, have you noticed a difference between dating a male and dating a female?
The difference could be, I guess, emotion.
Emotions? Do you? Hmm.
Yeah,
I hear girls
uh,
kiss better.
I noticed that. What was that?
She said that she hears that girls kiss better.
That's what I hear. I don't
Oh,
know. I'm joking. I don't know. I'm just trying to.
I can vouch for that because I kiss girls all the time, and yeah, they do kiss better.
I don't
I've
vouch
noticed
that.
the difference.
Go ahead.
Go
sorry.
ahead, sweetie. Go.
No, sorry. I'm just kind of thinking because I guess the big difference I've noticed is that women, have more emotions.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Like dating a man, for some reason, they don't like to show their emotions or tell you what they think.
Exactly.
But for a woman,
You
it
don't.
may take time. It may take time for them to kind of show how they feel.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, they do show how they feel and
There's more a
what they think.
conversation
And
happening with a woman versus a guy. I'm assuming.
yeah,
I hear.
that's what I've noticed dating both.
So let me ask you now that because people would say that you are dating a male, and it would be really, it would seem like you're in a very traditional relationship because you both are pansexual, but you are both attracted to each other, and you guys happen to be the opposite roles. How how would you address that?
Like address to people that were gay or
No. People that would say, well, if you're pansexual, then why are you with a man, or why is he with a woman? That seems like a more traditional.
So normal, like
It's just a
I
traditional
see.
role.
But I thought that's what
well-
pansexual is. That you're attracted to the person, not the gender.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
it's more like I love them for who they are, basically. Like I don't see their gender, basically.
And
Like,
I'm assuming
it may be a male.
Mhm.
It may be a male, but to me, I see beyond that.
So you don't see the
I'm
male.
attracted beyond their gender.
And I'm assuming because it's so traditional, I'm sure you're not getting asked questions about it because no one's. Oftentimes, people often ask questions when it's not within that box. So I think you probably would get asked questions more if it was a female rather than a male.
Now, I have something a little bit more controversial, and I want to just find out. Do you feel that in today's society, it is more accepted, or is it more looked at, more frowned upon? Because I think it kind of goes both ways depending on where you're at.
Yeah, I kind of think it's a little bit more accepted. I feel like there's more resource. You have a bunch of more like clubs and acceptance. I feel like back then it just there wasn't that much resource
Back then than it is now.
Yeah, I feel like now it's more accepted. Schools are like having their own clubs.
So you're more recognized, more acknowledged.
Yeah.
Has your significant other or your partner, have they been outside? Have they dated men and women as well?
Have they dated both genders?
Yes.
Yes, they have.
Do you ever get worried that, I don't know, I guess because they have dated a male and they're a male. Have you ever got a little bit insecure about the fact that perhaps eventually they might end up deciding they want to be with a male versus a female?
I think, yeah, I do get a bit insecure, and I think anyone would, even if they were in a straight relationship. I think insecurities, play a big part.
That's
and I think communication would really help those insecurities. Like if I'm like, and those insecurities will just come out of nowhere. Like me and my partner will be laying in bed, watching TikTok as Gen Z does.
It's not TV anymore, right?
It's TikTok. Not even Netflix anymore? No more Netflix?
No, that's all millennial stuff.
Millennial.
Oh my God, it's a millennial thing. Okay.
Is it on the TV or is it on the phone?
It's on
TikTok.
the phone, on the bed with one phone. They're both looking at it.
That is adorable. Oh my gosh. Those are goals right there.
So I'm just curious because I know when I date a male, I'm very insecure about them in regards to going out, having a girlfriend as just a friend, but then to think about being in a relationship where I have to be not only just worried about women, I also have to be worried about men. It just feels like it
Both
would be
genders,
a lot
yeah.
to me. Like that's a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
to take in.
I
I'm a
I
jealous
definitely get
person,
what you're
obviously.
saying. Yeah, I definitely get what you're saying. But yeah, I think for me at least, the reason why I have insecurities is because of past relationships. I dated a girl and a guy, and they cheated on me, and it was devastating. And ever since that, it's been hard to date people without having that insecurity that what the other two did isn't going to happen, is going to happen again. And I think that's kind of where my insecurities play. And like I said, like we'll be laying in bed watching TikTok, and it'll just hit me out. And communication really does help. So I communicate. I'm like, hey, I feel like you're gonna leave me for a guy or a girl or whomever. And we just communicate that. And he tells me how that's not true. I love you, and you know that type of stuff. And it just
He reassures you.
it's huh.
He gives you reassurance.
Yes, reassurance. There we go. Yeah, and it just goes back to what had happened to me before. I think that's where my
That
insecurities come
baggage.
from,
Yep.
and it could be the same for anyone else.
I think you're
It
right.
just-
If you have that baggage, no matter if you are
Yeah.
pansexual, dating,
Straight,
traditional,
gay,
straight,
anything.
that baggage, if you carry it with you, it does impact you in any relationship that you're
Yeah,
in.
it
Yeah.
really
That's
does.
very true. Seen it firsthand.
So let me.
I need to throw in the cowbell for whatever reason.
Right in my
So
ear.
Sheila, how long have you been dating and been out in the dating world? How did you start even dating someone? How did you know, or what app, or is there something you wanted? How did was there like a particular app that pansexuals go to, or
Before you answer that question, Sheila, before you answer that question, I just want to know really quick, what are your pronouns?
My pronouns are they, them, theirs.
Okay,
Oh,
perfect.
They, them, theirs. Oops,
Okay.
sorry. I've been calling you she. My bad.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
Sheila.
It's they, them, theirs.
It's okay.
His name's Sheila.
Sheila. Okay.
okay? Well, we
Okay.
appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So the question was, Mr. Doggy Dog.
Mr. Raw Dog. His
What?
pronouns
I'm
are.
sorry, can you repeat the
it.
question?
What are your pronouns,
My
Mr. Dog?
my pronouns is the man. That's my pronoun.
Your pronouns is bow wow. That's
Whatever at this point, I'm. They're just you guys are always hating on me, Sheila. They're always hating on me. You know that. If you ever listen to the show, you know that these people.
You know what the show should be?
They
use
always
them
hating
after
on me.
you should see the way he treats us.
You know
man.
what? Sheila,
She
Shayla,
is.
she. Somebody needs to hate on these. There should be like a hating men show because I really don't like them.
Ooh, that's next on our list right there.
Why do I hate men and I can't keep one?
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. But
That's why, because you mean.
I needs to be mean.
You don't need to be mean at all.
Y'all, did you not hear? I heard somebody say you guys want traditional, but you're not traditional yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe you should become a pansexual, and maybe that you'll find the right person.
That's enough, guys. Oh my gosh.
We're fighting.
Let's show some decorum here. We have our
Sheila,
guest.
Sheila, do you see the hate? Do you see the hate?
I do.
That's why I love you,
It's
Sheila.
okay.
That's
What
why I
have
love
to
you.
put up with.
Haters
Oh my
are
gosh.
gonna hate. You gotta keep going.
But you know
Exactly.
what? If you're doing it right when you have haters. I'm just saying.
That's true.
I like a
They
hater
They want
once
to be
in a
you,
while.
the haters.
So Sheila, tell us. So okay, back to that question. So how do you go out? Like when you first date somebody, do you say, "Hey, I'm really this, I'm really that," or do you wait a few dates before you bring that up?
Being pansexual.
Well, actually, I haven't really dated in a while. I've been in a 2-year relationship, so I
Oh,
kind
wow.
of
Congratulations!
forget.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So when you get married, are we invited? And can we put it on podcast?
Oh no.
Ah.
of course. I mean, Yeah.
And this is why I love Sheila.
She was like,
So what about
Um,
before you were or you know started your relationship? How was it when you were dating? Do you remember?
I would say it was interesting. I mean, it it took like maybe 3 months to actually know a person. I guess. Um.
thing is, Sheila's like, girl, I'm not trying to remember how dating
Uh-huh.
was. I'm in a good
No,
committed
if
relationship.
you don't,
I'm
I-
if you
good.
don't recall, that's fine.
Hey, that's a good thing that they
Yeah.
don't recall.
It's like I don't. Actually, you're like I really don't care.
Sheila's like, delete
I-
from my
I know,
memory.
I forgot about it all because I'm in a
Okay, you know what?
happy
Let's not bring up
relationship,
bad stuff.
Hold on, guys. Let her talk. You guys are
Okay, sorry.
talking over her. Go ahead, Sheila.
I was just saying how I forgot about it all because I'm in a happy relationship and I don't really having to think back on it. So I left that all in
So,
the past.
have they proposed? Where are you guys in your relationship? I want to know.
My gosh, I want to know too.
Can you repeat that?
Where are you guys in your relationship right now? You guys been dating for how many years? 2?
2.
So, what's the
So-
next steps?
I think we're still maybe at the I want to say end of the honeymoon phase.
We're about to get into the.
I mean, we clean up after each other. We don't really go on many dates because we've just been so busy with life.
Okay. So I'm assuming you guys are going to school, you're working, and you're making that
We're
happen.
working, school. We're
No
we're
babies,
trying to
right?
Have a social life,
Oh.
but things just get busy.
So
So happy for you.
we want to know: do you think that this is it, Shayla? This is the one forever and ever?
I think this is the one.
Oh, congratulations.
Shh.
A life without them.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry, sweetie. What were you saying?
I was basically saying how people say the person is the one is when you can't imagine a life without them, and I thought that was so silly because every time I tried, I'm like, well, I don't see anything, but with this one, it's funny. I could see it. Like I could see us having 4 kids, getting all together.
No.
It's really crazy. Like
4
I don't
babies.
even know how.
Bring it down to 2. 2 babies.
No, I want 4.
Why you gotta be controlling
the
people's
other
lives?
one
Brenda?
said he
know.
might want 1, and I'm like, I think I want 4.
Oh.
You'll change your mind once you have 2.
Yeah.
You'll see.
After
You'll
the
see.
first
I think
one,
I'm
let
gonna
us
change my
know.
mind once I have 1.
Mhm. Yes.
I was doing a little research about birth, and I was like, ooh, okay, maybe not. I don't know about 4.
Well,
But we thought about adoption too. We thought
That's
about
so
adoption
funny.
too.
Oh well, yeah. Adoption is an awesome option for you guys as well.
Yeah.
Could adopt me. Elderly woman needs needs a
Oh,
home.
believe me, she probably will. You're the 4th kid.
just make sure you have Pampers for her because extra large.
And a lot of alcohol. That would be great.
Some Desitin for her butt.
Oh Lord. No.
I will need to be
I'm getting
changed
visuals.
at least 2 hours. Every 2
Oh
hours.
wow! Every 2 hours. Wow, that's a lot of work.
I don't want
she
to
needs her
rash.
coffee, too.
Yes, I am a very high need.
You can't get that. You can't get that rash. Nope.
You need to turn her over every 2 hours.
Oh
Oh
man.
my god.
I don't know if you're gonna have time for 4 babies plus
Oh,
an
yeah, you
elderly
can-
person.
No, you know what? Grandma's
Yeah.
gonna help. Okay. One on each hip.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Sheila, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. Would you mind ever coming back to us again?
Yeah, I don't mind.
We
Huh?
want your partner on this.
Yeah,
Oh
we
my God,
do.
we would
We really
love
want you
that.
guys here.
Oh.
Their side
Both
of
of you
the
guys.
story.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
We want to hear
That's gonna be
the love
a bit
story.
difficult.
Why?
Well,
They're
because
busy.
I work morning shift and my
Oh.
partner works night
Oh, I
shift, so
see.
it's kind of hard to catch us at the same time
Uh-huh.
unless
Well,
it's
you
our
let
day
us
off.
you let us know and we'll get that done for you.
Mm-hmm. We're
Okay.
flexible. Oh.
right, though. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to end this. Sheila, you've been
love you,
amazing.
Sheila. You were awesome.
Thank you so much.
I love
Information.
it.
Bye-bye, everybody.
I love it. Happy baby making.